Now that we have completed assignment 1, let's take a few minutes to discuss assignment 2, along with some expectations. In addition, we will examine the model for improvement in closer details. What we see here is the relationship between the DMAIC problem-solving methodology and the model for improvement. The define, measure, and analyze phases are aligned with the 3 questions of the model for improvement. The improve and control phases are closely associated with the PDSA cycle, which we will be discussing in more details for assignment 3. Assignment 1 addressed the define and measure phases, and you answered the first 2 questions of the model for improvement. You described the process you selected and provided a first pass at the metrics you would be using to show project success. As you progress through assignment 2, it becomes important to develop a final scope of the project and put more thought towards what you will be measuring. The expectation is that a finalized scope statement for your project is contained in your opening statement. Assignment 2 is the analyze phase, and we are increasing our knowledge towards answering the 3rd question of the model for improvement. The process you selected requires some improvement. You see some symptoms of inefficiencies or non-value added activities, and you want to identify and perform a root cause analysis. There are several root cause analysis tools available to you. As listed here, we have a fishbone diagram, Pareto chart, SCARA diagram, 5 whys, statistical process control charts, and this is just to name a few. These are the typical 8 ways of lean that you will be reading about in the literature. These are reflected in the template provided for you. For each waste category, you will need to identify at least 3 issues pertaining to that particular waste. Some things to look for are points of failure, potential confusion, duplication, or bottlenecks. In conclusion, assignment 2 is the analyze phase of the DMAIC model, which includes 3 types of analysis: waste or non-value add activities, process analysis, and root cause analysis. Therefore, we are increasing our knowledge in order to answer the question dealing with what changes can be made that will result in an improvement.